Hi guys, Roddy from Barberco again, continuing our review of products you find in your barbershop every day. And we've just completed a review of the Clippaid for trimmers. And we did find that using a detailer, that it did sharpen lines somewhat more, even though that we agreed that the clipper was still quite new. So now we're going to have a little look at the Clippaid for clippers. Works in the same principle as Clippaid for trimmers, and I'm going to use, for the purpose of this review, a super taper. I've had this super taper for a long time now, and I must admit that the blades are somewhat duller over the last few years. Still cuts quite well. It'll just be interesting to see if after I'm going to do one section of the hair with the clipper, pre-Clippaid sort of thing, and then I'll put the Clippaid on after it, and we'll just see what, if any, difference there is on the hair. So the hair is cutting quite nicely. It's quite smooth, not really pulling the hair, doesn't feel rough on the scalp. It feels like it's cutting the hair quite well, so I'm pretty satisfied at this moment in time with the clipper's performance, and probably feel that even though it is cutting quite well, though it does feel a little bit dull compared to other clippers that I've got, and I wouldn't mind just sharpening it up and hopefully just cutting through the hair just that little bit better. So this is before we use the Clippaid, so it's going to be interesting to see now how we go afterwards, and it's quite easy to use. So all we do, we simply open up the sachet and you let the clipper run inside the sachet for about 60 to 90 seconds, and then we'll give it a crack afterwards. We'll see how we go. So this clipper is about 10 years old, and it's done a lot of work for me in barbershops over the years, and it's certainly a much cheaper way of sharpening the clippers, I guess, a much more convenient way of doing it. If you've got a box full of sachets in your shop, and every now and again when your blades become a little bit dull, just add a bit of life to them, yeah. Finer crystals for the trimmers, and sort of a more coarser, sort of larger crystal for clippers. So that's probably not too bad now. Just give another few seconds. And once you've used the Clippaid, we'll just give it a bit of an oil, bit of a dust, and we go again. Always give your clip a bit of a dust. And go again. Definitely cutting the hair. I mean, obviously the hair was cutting quite well previously anyway. Definitely has given it a little bit of an edge. How much, I guess I can't really tell, but it is cutting the hair quite well. Was sort of dragging its way through the hair a little bit previously, and on this occasion it doesn't seem to be labouring quite as much, so I guess there's only so much that you can do with an old pair of clippers and an old blade. You can only bring it back to life so much, but it's definitely not labouring as much. It's definitely cutting the hair off easier, so I'm reasonably impressed with them. I would say that it's definitely worth giving them a try and finding out for yourself what your own thoughts are on them. I mean, the combination of oiling and cleaning a clipper is always going to help in terms of removing hair from the scalp, and the combination of that and then using the Clippaid is probably making all the difference. So all in all, not a bad product.